So today I want to take the Model X on some back roads, do some windy autopilot full self-driving tests, see how well it handles it. We have the additional variable of a wet road today, so I'm excited to test out the autopilot of this vehicle on just as windy of a Tennessee road as possible. Let's see how she does. Okay, so this road up here on the right looks like a good candidate, plenty of turns on it, and we will see how Autopilot handles it. And this is a 2018 Model X P100D with full self-driving in December 2020, hardware 2.5 MCU 1. It shows that Autopilot is available, so I will activate it. Things to watch for is my speed that I set here and whether Autopilot is active. And here we go. It has a max of 55. I'm going to go ahead and slow that down to 45. That's a bit fast for this road in these conditions. It is a nicely narrow road, so this is a pretty good test. Notice the proximity indicators that show up next to the model of the car here when we pass things that are especially close to us. Here comes a nice curve here. I will be ready to take over in case anything looks weird. It's a pretty sharp turn. Here comes another one. Okay, so it booted me out because it wanted me to pay attention to the steering wheel, and it gave me a very short fuse for that. It's still on cruise control, but Autopilot is turned off. That was a very short, hey, you're taking over sort of thing. So let's try this again. I'll keep my hands on it, but I will not be directing the path of the vehicle. That will be the task of the Autopilot. Started to hunt there a little bit when the line ended. Up through the narrow bridge here. Well done. Here's a preview of our route here. Nice and windy. Lots of curves. When it goes around a sharp turn, it really likes you to have your hand on the Autopilot, I'm noticing. Correction, on the steering wheel. Now the scroll wheel, if you interact with that, often it counts that as the interaction with the steering wheel. We'll see if it really likes that on these sharp turns here. Doing pretty well. This is a sharp one here. Look at this. It slows itself down quite a bit when it gets to those curves, which is very good to see. It went down to about 35 there through that turn. Took that one a bit fast, and it also kind of disconnected itself there. So I'm going to re-enable it, see if it handles this one as well. Even with my increased attention to the steering wheel here, it still disconnected us on that last turn a second ago there. So I think you get, pretty sure you get 3 strikes and then it cuts you off, so I'm going to try not to get any more. I think you can get 3 strikes and then it will cut you off till the next drive. Now we're coming to the end of this windy bit of this road here, and I'm going to find us another one, and we'll see if I get a 3rd strike and if it disconnects me 100% at that point. Alright, we're coming up on another good windy road. Should be very scenic as well. We will see how Autopilot handles this one. It's this one right here that's off on our right. Alright, Autopilot on. Again, it shows too high of a speed, which I will reduce down to 40, which is the speed limit on this road. Here we go. This could be interesting. Okay, got a little bit off there on the side to the right, a bit more than I would prefer, but it still handled it okay. A blind hill curve, pretty advanced stuff. Here comes another one. Climbing turn. Let's see how it goes. Okay, good. Did well. Now remember, unless we hear an Autopilot disconnected chime, which we've heard a couple of times so far already on this drive, it's driving itself. I'm not directing it. You can actually take over manually. If you put some muscle into it, it will disconnect. That was very close. Narrow road, wide truck. This is a beautiful, beautiful area. This is south of Nashville, probably 40 minutes or so. Okay, so it really wanted me to take over there. That was a warning sound. It was not the disconnected chime that we've heard. And it kind of was like, whoa, this is super tight. You need to have your hands on the wheel. So somehow it actually did not disconnect there, which was fascinating. Really seems to start second guessing itself sometimes on these blind hills. I can feel it speed up and slow down kind of abruptly in small amounts. All right. Well, I guess we didn't get 3 strikes because it shows Autopilot available, but for some reason it did disconnect itself back there. I'm going to turn it back on. Now in practice, I would just keep my hand rested here until it needed me to take over. And this way it can tell that my hand's on the wheel. This is kind of a torture test, which is why I haven't been doing it this way so far, but I'm gonna go ahead and just continue the rest of the ride on this road as I normally would. This is sharp. This is really sharp here. Look at this. Wow. Wow, this is all it. This is doing well. You never know what you're going to drive up on these roads, so while the autopilot will handle it, it's very, very, very important to keep your eyes outside of the cockpit at all times. Let's see what it does here. This could get interesting. Okay, so it chose the left side, which was the correct way. See how this does. I think it did great. That was amazing. It was a lot happier when I kept my hand on the steering wheel a little bit more firmly. Always fun. Always fun. Okay, so autopilot on back roads. Windy, beautiful, rural Tennessee back roads. Are you going to be riding around on those on autopilot? Probably not. Today I just wanted to demonstrate the technology that is present in the Hardware 2.5 Full Self-Driving Optioned 2018 Model X, just to show how it reacts to some very challenging situations. Now, in practice, you probably will not be driving around on back roads with autopilot on. That just kills the fun, right? That's why you go out on the back roads, is to enjoy the windy, interactive driving. It's just one of the best driving experiences that you can have, especially in a car like this, which drives very, very sporty. So, other than a demo of the technology, not much point to this video, honestly. It does have some impressive abilities, and Elon Musk mentioned recently at the Axel Springer Award interview that he believes he will be shipping full self-driving to the Tesla customer base in 2021. The current beta for full self-driving is, again, in the hands of a few hundred people, and it should come available to us December 2020 at the earliest, all the way into who knows when, 2021. So you all will be some of the first to see that when it arrives, because I will immediately be making a video, so be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and riding with me today. I greatly enjoyed making this video for you, and let me know if you have any questions about what we saw today, or any ideas for what you'd like to see in future videos. I love you all. I'm Chris Rimbolt. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.